All right, the gun world is buzzing again. A whole new batch of firearms just dropped, and some of them are flying off the shelves. Seriously, some of this stuff is sold out before it even hits the back of the store. We're gonna cut through the noise and see what's actually worth your time. And stick around, because the one at the end is a real head-turner. Remember when Smith & Wesson dropped that weirdly cool folding carbine in 2023? Well, they just made it a lot cheaper to shoot. They've already got it in 9mm, 40, and 10mm, but now we have a 22 LR version, and that's a big deal for training and plinking. It keeps all the smart features from the centerfire models. It has a Picatinny rail on top, but the genius part is how it folds sideways. Your optic stays right where you mounted it. No need to re-zero. The handguard has M-lock slots on the sides and bottom for lights, grips, whatever you need. It uses the same flat-face trigger and interchangeable backstraps as the M&P pistols, so if you carry an M&P, this will feel very familiar. The size is the same as the bigger versions, with its 16.25-inch threaded barrel, but it's a full pound lighter. That's noticeable. And just like the others, it shares magazines with a pistol. In this case, the M&P 22X's 20-rounders. It even comes with 2 spares that you can store right in the buttstock. Super clever design. For an MSRP of $549, it's a slick little training tool. Let's talk budget guns. TSOS has been making a name for itself with affordable 1911s, and now they're gunning for the polymer concealed carry market with the PX9 carry. They're basically taking proven features from more expensive guns and cramming them into a very affordable package. At first glance, the frame looks pretty standard, but it has everything you need. The 3.5-inch button-rifled barrel is plenty accurate for a carry gun. You get a Picatinny rail for a light. The grip is well-shaped and comes with interchangeable backstraps. It has front and rear slide serrations.
They're not super aggressive, but they work. Here's where it gets interesting. The slide is milled from the factory for a Trijicon RMR footprint. It also has decent iron sights with a fiber optic front. But the trigger, TSOS put a surprisingly great trigger in this thing. For a gun with an MSRP under $370, the trigger is amazing. It's not the prettiest gun on the block, and it's missing an ambi slide release, but who cares? You get an optics-ready pistol with a fantastic trigger for less than $400. That's a win. Now for something completely different. If you've ever looked at your handgun and thought, this just doesn't have enough recoil, Thompson Center has you covered. They took their legendary single-shot Encore pistol and chambered it in the ridiculously powerful 50 Alaskan. This isn't just a new caliber, it's a whole package. You get a bright metal finish on a massive 15-inch heavy barrel, complete with a TC muzzle brake to try and tame the beast. It even comes topped with a 2.57x handgun scope. The grip is a Revolution G1 Crusher in walnut, which you'll need to hang on to. The trigger guard is a full inch wide, which helps you crack open the action. The ejector just pushes the massive cartridge up enough for you to pull it out by hand. The hammer is a rebounding safety type, so it's safe to carry. Once you learn how to shoot these things, they are brutally accurate at rifle ranges. My advice? Get a solid sitting rest or a bipod. Don't try to be a hero and freehand this thing. With some practice and a slow, steady trigger pull, this pistol is a legitimate long-range hunting tool. Talk about a blast from the past. After being out of production for over 25 years, the moon-clipped Smith & Wesson 940 is back. For those who don't know, this is a 9mm snub-nosed revolver. Back when it was first made, from 91 to 98, 9mm ammo out of a short barrel was pretty underwhelming. But today, with modern propellants and bullet designs, 9mm is a serious defensive round, even in a snubby. So, bringing the 940 back makes a lot of sense. This new version has some nice upgrades. It comes standard with VZ grips. It features XS sights with a tritium front night sight. Most importantly for revolver guys,
No internal lock. Thank you, Smith & Wesson. It's a solid stainless steel gun with a 2.17-inch barrel, weighing in at 23.5 ounces. It's a double action only, with a fully internal hammer for a snag-free draw. Because 9mm is a rimless cartridge, you have to use moon clips. These clips hold 5 rounds together, so you load and eject them all at once as a single unit. It makes for surprisingly fast reloads. It ships with 3 clips and has an MSRP of $999.
Shadow Systems basically makes Gucci Glocks that run, and they just stretched out their little CR920 Micro Compact. The big news here is the 4.18-inch match-grade barrel, a big step up from the original's 3.41-inch barrel. A longer barrel gives you real advantages, more muzzle velocity and a longer sight radius, which helps with accuracy. Of course, there's no free lunch. A longer barrel and slide make the gun a little harder to conceal, especially if you carry appendix, but it still fits in most Glock 43X holsters, so it's not a huge difference. You can also get the barrel in black nitride or a flashy bronze titanium carbon nitride finish. But the real magic might be the magazine. The CR920XL uses a 15+1 flush fit magazine. That's full-size capacity in a micro-compact frame. That's a huge deal for a carry gun. Need more trigger time but winching at ammo prices? Here's another option. Retay Arms might not be a huge name, but they've packed a ton of features into this RXP22 pistol for just $279. Check this out. A 4-inch threaded barrel made of chrome-finished steel. A slide with front and rear serrations that's drilled and tapped for RMR or RMSC optics. It even comes with a universal mounting plate. The frame is 70-75 aluminum with a polymer lower that has a Picatinny rail. The magazines are weighted to drop free for faster reloads. They come in 10, 13, and 18-round versions. It's a hammer-fired DASA pistol with a manual safety on the left side. No ambi safety, it seems. You can get it in OD green, FDE, black, sniper gray, or a two-tone finish. For the price, that's an insane amount of features. The Echelon made a huge splash with its modular chassis system, and Springfield isn't slowing down. Now they have the Echelon 4.0 C-Comp. The main attraction is the built-in single-port compensator. It's part of the barrel, so it's discreet and does a good job of reducing muzzle rise. Springfield was also smart enough to put the front sight behind the compensator, so your sight picture doesn't get blasted with gas. It comes with UDOT sights and the excellent Variable Interface System, VIS, for optics. This lets you mount a huge variety of red dots directly to the slide. No messing around with adapter plates. This is how all optics-ready guns should be. The serialized chassis means you can easily swap grip modules. It ships with the small grip and 3 backstraps, but you can buy medium and large frames separately. It comes with one 15-round flush mag and one 18-round extended mag for an MSRP of $750. Palmetto State Armory's Saber line is their "We're Getting Serious" brand, and this 9mm ARV is proof. They teamed up with Maxim Defense to use their roller-delayed buffer system. What does that mean? Instead of a heavy buffer and spring slamming back and forth, standard blowback, this system is much smoother. The result is one of the softest shooting 9mm PCCs you can get. It makes a huge difference in recoil and keeping the sights on target. They didn't cheap out on the parts either. An 8-inch nitride barrel with a standard A2 flash hider, a 7.25-inch Saber QD rail in burnt bronze Cerakote. The billet lower takes both ARV9 and CZ Scorpion magazines, which is a big plus. The trigger is a Saber 2-stage DLC trigger with JP reduced power springs. It's crisp. You also get a Radian Raptor charging handle and Radian Talon ambi safety. It's finished off with an SB Tactical SBA4 brace. It's a premium build that includes last round bolt hold open, and it comes in at $1,199. For a roller-delayed gun with these parts, that's a solid price. Just when you thought the Shield Plus was the final form of the Shield, S&W drops the Shield X. The biggest changes are in the grip. It has a much deeper beaver tail cut. This lets you get a higher grip on the gun, which lowers the bore axis and helps control muzzle flip. The new grip texture is also more aggressive without feeling like sandpaper. The slide is new too, with front serrations for press checks. The trigger guard is squared off, and they added a rail for a small light or laser. It comes ready for an RMSC footprint red dot. And they did something clever here. The optics cut is designed to channel gases away from your red dot's lens, keeping it cleaner. That's a small detail, but it shows they're listening to shooters. The iron sights are metal, with a blacked-out rear and a bright green tritium night sight up front. It feeds from 13-round flush magazines and comes with a 15-round extended mag. It's a bit bigger than the Shield Plus, but the upgrades are probably worth it for a serious carry setup. The Scout rifle is a classic concept, and Savage just gave their 110 version a major update by adding a Magpul Hunter stock. This stock alone is a huge improvement. It has an aluminum bedding block, so the action is solid, and the barrel is free-floated for better accuracy. You can adjust the length of pull and the comb height, and it's covered in M-LOK slots. They also added an extended Scout-length Picatinny rail. This lets you mount a long eye relief scope way up front, Scout style, so you can shoot with both eyes open. The rail has an integrated rear peep sight, and there's an AR-style front sight. It feeds from 10-round AICS-style magazines, except for the 450 Bushmaster, which holds 4. You also get the user-adjustable AccuTrigger and a 3-position safety. With an MSRP of $1,099, it's a very capable, modernized take on the Scout rifle. Sig is the king of P320 variants, and this one is their new off-duty model. It's called the P320 Mod, and it's a smart blend of competition and carry features. The core of the gun is a polymer X-series grip module that's been customized with Hogue Raptor adhesive grip tape for extra traction. The interesting part is the slide. It's a 2-port slide-integrated compensator on a short 3.9-inch barrel. This gives you the recoil reduction of a comp, but on a more compact, reliable platform. There's no threaded barrel or separate comp to worry about. It comes optics ready with a Sig Romeo X red dot already installed. That's a big part of the value right there. The included X-ray 3-day night sights co-witness through the optic. The slide has aggressive serrations, and it features a Springer Precision extended mag catch for faster reloads. They included a removable magwell and grip weight for customization, but used the polymer frame to keep the gun light enough to actually carry all day. It uses a flat-face trigger and ships with 3 21-round magazines. This is a ready-to-go package for someone who wants a high-performance carry gun right out of the box.